Doge is testing a crucial support level, and if that sounds interesting to you, make sure to continue watching this video. Hey guys, Pingu Charts here. Welcome back to another Doge analysis video. As always, if you do enjoy my content, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. If you guys are interested in free $9,100 Bitcoin, make sure to check out the link in the bio. As you guys can see on Doge, we had a beautiful breakout formation to the downside. We did mention, of course, the fact that Doge was looking bearish because of the fact we couldn't get above the 0.08 level. And you can see immediately once we broke below these exponential moving averages, we had a beautiful move to the downside. We are currently testing this major support level here at 0.075, which I mentioned definitely would be tested, but I definitely don't think this level will hold. The reason for that, of course, as you guys can see, we already had a break formation from previously after this massive move to the downside, and now currently after this consolidation, we are looking a lot more bearish. Ideally, the take profit level would be around that 0.064, but I did want to talk about a few things. Number one, of course, from a bullish standpoint, if we do have a double bottom formation and actually see that play out, then we would have to try to find this level as support and the continuation. Currently, it is very soon to be saying whether or not this support level will hold. As you guys can see, we pretty much only have one test confirmation, so we will be finding out whether tomorrow morning this support level held or we did see that break. Of course, if we do see a strong bearish engulfing candle break below and we actually start to use this level as resistance, that would give us a confirmation for the entry for that short position, possibly riding it all the way down to 0.06 and that continuation. In terms of the hourly time frames, I did want to talk about a few things. Number one, of course, if you guys are looking at the hourly, I mentioned to you guys this many times throughout the videos, the fact that Doge is holding a very strong level here at 0.08. You can see immediately once we broke that 0.08, we had a massive move of capitulation going all the way down to the 0.07, which was a very easy trade. We pretty much hit that resistance level on the exponential moving averages, found it as a retest opportunity, and then the continuation to the downside. And immediately after we broke that 0.08, you can see the next support level was these wicks specifically right over here. As soon as we started testing these wicks, you can see we did have a nice bounce on the hourly, and once we didn't have that bullish momentum candle, then we continued pushing further. This is a perfect example of how you can use the exponential moving averages to have a confirmation of whether or not short term in the hourly time frames we are looking for a bounce. For example, in terms of a bullish case scenario, if we did have a clean bounce, what we were looking for was a strong bullish engulfing candle breaking above the exponential moving averages and then retesting as support. That would indicate that, of course, there was a local bottom found on the hourly and then the continuation. But in terms of Doge, we didn't see that, right? We see multiple bearish engulfing candles continue pushing lower, and now we finally have a wick on a major support level. I would, of course, be waiting to see whether or not this hourly will hold and then the continuation to the downside. But if this hourly candle, of course, does break and we do see another flush to the downside, things are going to become extremely interesting for Doge overall. Now, I did want to point out the fact that, of course, in terms of the 4 hour, we are pretty much entering oversold area, so I would be expecting a small bounce continuation. But if we do see that manipulation to the downside, keep in mind, guys, tomorrow is Monday and we tend to see the correction tomorrow. If we do see a move to the downside, then I would be expecting somewhat of a green pullback and then the continuation. In terms of a pullback opportunity, of course, if we do have this double bottom scenario play out, then we would have to try to break above the 0.08, find it as support and the continuation. Looking at the daily time frame though really quickly, because the daily just closed on Doge, guys, things are looking extremely bearish. You can see that we had this massive move to the downside from Doge all the way up to from the 15-cent level, and currently we are failing to break above that 0.08. You can look in terms of the daily, we had multiple retests of this area as resistance. Once we found it as support from previously, you can see we did have a nice test over here and then a continuation, but now acting as resistance, Doge is looking to complete this final move, possibly down to 0.064. In terms of the price action currently, of course, I will go ahead and draw another support line because of the fact that we are entering some oversold areas, just in case we do see manipulation. I don't want you guys to obviously be lost, so the next level of support will be around the 0.05, and the reason for that, of course, is you guys can see that acted as a very strong point for Doge overall. And again, In terms of the daily support lines, these are very, very strong, right? You can see we saw multiple retests of this level before we finally had that retest to 11 cents. So that's what I am expecting on Doge. If we do have that continuation to the downside, act as that support level, and then see another wick, we would definitely be looking to play that wick to the upside before we continue pushing back down. That's pretty much all I have for you guys today. As always, if you do enjoy my content, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. If you guys are interested in $9,100 Bitcoin, make sure to check out the link in the bio, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.